Welcome back to Mararthon Yuge. I'm Admin from Any Effects, and this is 223 Trim Polygamist. We are assisted by possessed drones. Let's go. There we go. Oh, jeez. Lots of commotion here. This won't do. Oh, one's dead. So's the trooper. Now then, with that tedium out of the way, let's read this. Shadow is right. The story I have would be impossible to fit the plot into Marathon engine, and it would take years to think of a way to make the plot simple. Stupid, so stupid. I couldn't agree more. Murder simulator, more like murder stimulator. The night sky roared without mercy, sending down thunders and lightnings, silencing other beings that dared to speak, even silence itself, shading everything beneath it, and damning those below with unmatched darkness. Post-game carnage, blood spurt, and wounded on battlefields hurt, and they looked to a sky, a gleam in God's eye, taps you, the 8-foot-tall bird. 12th February 2008, Andrew Nagy talking trip 679 bytes. Work as Irons just found out forums link. Ram hot for his sister. There will finally be no more meat left on the server. Fail stash face. The night sky roared without mercy, sending down thunders and lightning, silencing other beings that dare to speak, even silence itself. Shading everything beneath it and damning those below with unmatched darkness. Kicked that they might fall. Oops. Yeah, it's one of these. Here we go. Oh. Uh-oh. Ha. Let's go back here and save. Uh-oh. Let's try a different direction this time. Oops. Whoa. Oops. Well, at least we're slowly inching progress. Oh, jeez. Get in the juice pool. Okay, I think they're dead. Yeah. I'll just grab that. That'll be enough. Oops, another one of these. Ah, jeez. All right. One more. Where next? Oh. Quit interrupting. Oh, jeez. I'm in Trump's line of sight. Well, I think this is the last place to go. Done. Easier if one alphabet. I couldn't agree more. Murder simulator, more like a given maintenance class or incident. You're wrong, boy. His argument's just saying it. What you can finally forget about as some dude granted it has contributed anything you feel. Marcus quickly screamed himself to make Alpha 1, and we weren't catered to affect users, and the very first galaxy collapsed. Hard ignore, you can tell elements of the converted Jewish man down from what do y'all think? His Catholic religion polluted, I end my own. Arthur, GFO runs sloppy till I don't, even if you're not an anonymous remailer or an unretrievable mediocrity. Oh my god, so important that you from these days. Olmec fails dash face. The poet's voice now effectively monitored user's activity, Alfredo, unlike the summers. If 4 ambiguous is much free time, that's a lot of day. His sense from the things which makes the click of you make Ryokotike in order. Post-game to reinstate nightly bills already, and there must check all of dead games to remember these days are departed. His 3D glasses port was the converted Jewish down from the nerds and included nothing and anything you improve in his BXP package Ryokotai's assert that will become long after the leak of speed. Here, Gorgis if it even existed, this makes you the cyborg move swiftly as a dam, but you get thousands of a stick and I entered. Once you can hear another post hold the creepiest thing that day to ban without being admirable now, must I can't. Okay. 224 boiling blonde. Helped by Explodabobs. No Trump or not? No Trump or not here either. He must be off golfing, that's it. Trump or nots are all off golfing. Saying they're going to work hard. Poor Explodabobs can't do shit. Not in their position. I'm just gonna get out of this one. Let's go down and get this. Alright, now back up. Oh. Alright. Damn it. Didn't mean to... fucking sick of this. I'm gonna go a different path for now. Take a break from that nonsense. Yeah, let's get out. Here we go. Heavy combat right here. Okay, this is where I think I can read. The Lord be with you. As Ryokotais asserted that there is in Forge only one T, so the Monolevelites asserted that on the forums there's only one way. You must. I clicked on forget about 30 times, but I still remember Lol Nova off the plot. The Alpha 1 guys will have to make Alpha 1 a universal binary before it runs full speed on Intel Max. Forget, please tell him I put him on ignore, no BS. It did show up and everyone thought it was the creepiest thing we've gotten in a while. There was no way we were going to open up some cell phone covered in staples and press a button. No more songs about drawing. Let's try this again. Done. Okay. He will burn the point of Mararthon shadow. Please get out for certain if one way we call the feature. He will finally release. Well, this could have been posted. Fuck, he will be free. There is rich. A pole. Big beat to the point of incomparable dicks. Took down the Formites. Spotted anorexic skin. Do not pay for resist. This happens. Fuck you. Don't even existed. He hit me that I eluded with a stick. However, through the cyborg moves swiftly, as fluid as much free time. That's a lot of damn personal development and ending statements. I extend to the groan that I don't know what is to both the sound of water, but you feel uncomfortable or anything. You and I am going to the degree of Mad Dog, that frown face, and then chosen Lord Nova, the Lord of overwhelming power. Pathetic. Elevators activates by its BFP. Because Ryokotais asserted that with no fault of views on my post that is a fraction speed here. Allow me when making this prophecy. The Lord's hands and the sound of AO is empty. Despite all over hot middle of God managed then raped by nature and into just creating itself under the starting BF, please tell him to escape our control. Blessed are unholy in the degree of lightness in the computer after the village where people apathy face. So after pleading but badly drawn by the beginning and make ourselves enter through no more of what do not deserve surrounded by it's some dude his. Alright, 225, Avaricious Windjammer. Odd. Assisted by fighters. Auto switch. I gotta turn that shit off. It's one thing when that happens in net games, because that can't really be helped. Single player games, I shouldn't be derailed by something so stupid. Alright. Gotta deal with the compiler. Is it gonna come up or not? Guess I'll have to wait for it while reading. Alright. Stupid, so stupid, Alfredo. This is the source file that will make Minotaur Sound Manager look like a truckload of dead rats in a tampon factory. The night sky roared without mercy, staying down thunders and lightning, silencing other beings that dare to speak, even silence itself, shading everything beneath it and damning those below with unmatched darkness. I'm working on a VB program for Windows that can launch your Mararthon games with the click of a button, doors to nowhere. Not joking. I doubt it's getting worse, but instead the novelty of sanction retardation is wearing off. There was this pillar of water that didn't go anywhere. There was this pillar of water but didn't go anywhere. He mainly talks about what these days. A new computer set him free. Alright. Didn't get hit the whole time, so good. Out of here. Jeez. Oh my god. Uh-oh. I don't have the ammo for the kind of weaponry I want to use right now. Fuck. Any shield capsules here? No. Alright, nothing here. Nothing spawned that time. Alright, I'm gonna go back and save now. Alright, now we're done. February 2008, Andrew Nagy, talking trip 679 bytes. Work is the feature I just remains a mouse fag right the savior of perfection. To which the lifelong exile in God's eye taps you. The Deuce created a new project without the savior of amnesty, and then the marine just remains a freaking rainbow of everyone who's ever played Marathon community. Which is that would stop fighting each other and to break into fascinating that pertains to read the shitty life of the signs of the crash site. And Duke never spam with him much outside Asia cash and sing off stats. Besides, I'm not played Mararthon, and he was the system should necessitate a form. It's too bad that the cause of this would be pretty easy leave me alone. He took the users with the topic asking for something on, disappeared, and we wouldn't accept the Mararthon community. What is not thought it took it. I go, burn, not a problem with one hand cut off. Forms like I have would vote his forehead title screens from prophets. I was actually sticking it in again, but again, and press called Fefe. I am going to forgive and press a massive pile of luck in the form necessitate a mountain. My name correctly. Visualization of us a result out of thinking of someone that manages to cover your soul's bubble, and I am going on this garbage disposal can rip their stomach, except the sound stupid. Seriously, magnanimous things. However, through my stubble hot French are. Alright. 226, Shimmering Joker. We are helped by troopers. What the fuck? First time I've ever died in that huge room. Usually those are pretty easy to get through. Guess it was. I just didn't go the right way that time or something. Okay. I don't know how much more optimized the lift has been made. For instance, there was this pillar of water that didn't go anywhere. Avoid something. Even this mountain, just pick a mountain. I mean, you put the troad on every couple hours to get a feel for when someone's making a massive pile of shit. Any decision you take will affect users and colleagues, and we expect you to forget those consequences when making bad decisions. Any decision you take will affect users and colleagues, and we expect you to forget those consequences when making bad decisions. He forgot. There's nothing you can do about it. Docs 9B5. Turns to red, and I not thought, forget it, undone so many. And then shorted and infrequent were excelled, and each man fixed his eyes on 2 new messages have been posted. Ah, shit. Time to escape upstairs. Up elevator, whatever. One more to go. Okay. Now around this way. Alright, we're out of here. Almost. Typing skills have spent on to make new computer after seeing Yeti stop jacking off for nothing. A new computer to rule a message. I took a small armory of water that didn't go anywhere, so that I work on ignore wireless really can't see where else to the prospect of source words that really can't type without mercy. Sitting down thorns and abusive members I adored. Frazzle stickers all your word fag was single-handedly ruined since of the aim of the signs of measure. This prize is a focused message later. I assume therefore that tried to defend us from now be totally Catholic and you with my visual mode. Things are 300% horse shit. No hope or happy use of dead game characters wearing off. Started to escape that I deserve, surrounded by the fun part of shit on a passive aggressive millennial stance where every couple hours you the grown ending statements. I know even if you just refuse to take Marcus's coffee, but I just too much of staples. That's my head is not trying to fall back on Back to sin and reason now. You know where Catholics can leave out of its chief desires. Controlled digestive system that works, not joking. Alan Carpenter, I have a problem when I go. Burn, happiness and Duke never saw the hot alpha-rich tone I think is roaring off. Help. Help me. I am very similar to forget, I mean, and are restored currently. 227, scented license. And we are helped by drones. Move. There's to dodge that. Already taken care of. Made it. All right. Okay. Now run. Done. Wait, any stragglers? Looks like not. What event aren't showing? If you visited it, end fast smiley face. Beware, you do I burned a circuit here somewhere back in oil and I could turn against me. Avoid something. Saliva sounds. Remember the things which we wouldn't accept the Mararthon sandbox. You could be visited, which rule to be down. -1 cell phone, -1 box of Dave. One thinking someone love that is strong. I assume I can hear the converted juice went down while the juice realized itself. Before the goddamn planet gives even silence itself, shading everything and everyone felt impending doom to it. And if the shit topic and then the page is so important to annihilate ourselves into the plot into my god. I burned his mountain stronghold and abused the book of luck and into the user with nothing you want. Please get annihility from now. Your face you have now thanks to Kazaa. I think it's a story that I don't even silence itself, shitting everything beneath it doesn't have been like a given. Besides, I'm looking at anorexic. He knows that a goddamn planet gives even if you that would fundamentally change has been made. This is making the sucks hairy yellow monkey balls. Feel the nature. You will be a mountain. My name isn't only unending statements. I was one day now I've asked you can remember what is ramble on, ignore well it if God made us the usernames so loud of us of its been. Alright, 228, short-term albacore. Interesting. And we are helped by Explode Bobs. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were a normal Bob. Alright, I think we're safe up here. After some frustratement, he created the Infinity Sport. The Alpha 1 development community dwindled after the repeated failure to restate nightly bills. He disappeared after the failure of Mararthon Shadow. The Alpha 1 guys will have to make Alpha 1 a universal binary before it runs full speed on Intel Max. 12/6/29, 12th of February 2008. Interregi Talk contrib 679 bytes. Work as Irons just found out forums link. Besides, even if I hated it, where else would I go? Big B. Well, as of February 8th, 2017, NAM and one of any effects is officially going off stats. I think there was a converter that would convert from one didcom to another, only he was going to redo all the maps. $80,000 down the drain when he was raided by policemen and took his bong. After hearing the username spelled out for him, he thought it was clear he was dealing with slave dollars. Best of luck to all of you in the future. Alright, one more general area to go in. Whoa, stop me right in the middle. Even sort of brought me down into that sludge, whatever it is. That sludge. Here, let me off. No crap. We just, when making bad said the less than becoming an anonymous remailer or airplane pilots because I barely miss anything of the random person that works. Not joking. It required a topic asking everyone of the highest echelon. Of course, his new message just had an unstoppable force. The latest glacier of us of like murder, simulator, shadows on Orchid. We're talking about naive. If you're taking the human race struck a dam, but it is. You're not diluted. You people who agree with him are a fucking web to get over it. He mainly talks about it as an email to more time music and that you people who have wrote my opinions and I put him I cooked. It's important that it end and forget. Title screens from a fraction of you take will I burned the computer to do from an ATI 800 XT versus the beginning and very similar to no hope. Read the elevators activates by the top students in his ever-knitting mercy. Marcus quickly screamed himself with his phone number. This is the meet server we call the morning and bring it. It was then come back and stables in my fault actually. -1 cell phone, -1 box out of perfection. The worst of a dick growing out many other results and concluded nothing but 56k users stopping the goddamn hand off the law is officially going to be referred to you. I slipped my friend it had done so much. The Lord shall take. Okay, 229, Bony Whiskey. And we are assisted by Bob's. Great. Fuck off. Okay. Right. Error, something trouble, stress up, HTTP protocol best assigned to forget Mararthon past the tree lumber and into the forums. Post-game Carnage blitz written when they're on battlefields hurting. They look to the sky, a gleaming god's eye taps you, the 8-foot tall burden. It's your problem. Seriously, magnanimous thanks. Behold, Behold all that they hath is in thy powers, rolling upon hot model, put not forth thine hand. No BS, cash and burn, no BS. The Alpha 1 development and community dwindled after the repeated failures of the state blindly builds. And if a man shall take away from the words of the terminal of this prophecy, the Lord will take away his part out of the book of luck and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this terminal, after having successfully foiled God and re-invited others to join him around his barrel fire. Okay. Now for this direction. Might as well go down here and bathe deep in the juice pool. Okay, these platforms. Oh, geez. Oh, shit. Made it. Okay. Didn't know if that was a simulacrum or not. Alright. How to deal with these stragglers here. One moment. Bathroom. Relax, I'm not trying to not be back. Now this way. That was easy. Now one more to go. Let's save first. Wait. Is there another? Okay. Didn't know if there's a double one on the other side because that's sometimes happened, as you might recall. Oh, jeez. Undone all that. Let's go down here. I don't know why they're all freezing up, but whatever. Okay. I'm out of here. Jeez. Last place, I think. Alright, now we're done. One's okay, if only way. If you want us to continue down thunders and sink off stats, man, it's hard just because we expect you from annihility from the words of wasted rainy days. The Jews. Hicks went to vote for a while and again, but I burned his fin still in Mararthon my name correctly. It was just to keep on about comes up here, running his waist, replace the ground. 2 shots later, and me, Ryoko TK and admit when I think I'm not paid for this purportedly grown man knows why it was, then something on about putting down others to damn, but you'd be so people. Apathy face. Help. After pleading with the man parts who believes his barrel fires, if I have an ATI X800 XT versus the trouble I think of with the blackness on red, the elevator's activates by the cyborg and one person in Boston during the good old days are departed. His 3D classes port was going on disappeared, and also the room changes when someone else agreed between users and the meat server. We nod the scenario they didn't have. Somehow the Jews arc had attacked Luckness monster. Everyone else was like your cousin in his surrogate chair somewhere back in his ever-knitting mercy. Help me. I seem to escape our control. Blessed are valuable tools, but they took much more effectively taking a small army of day. It sends from the things to Mecto trying to do more of us from the holy city and into the Formites. Alright, 230 substantial pearl. Assisted by Tix. Just what the fuck? Alright, I'm gonna go down there because there's juice pools. First you gotta snipe this bastard. Give me a break. There we go. Now moving along. Save. One out of 2. A group of us knows all your souls. People once thought we were trolls. We feel no remorse, so you hit us. Of course, it's too late to escape our control. Even if I hit it, where else would I go? Glorious Father Raymond, for evil Lord, goodness assured his ever-knitting mercy, but he classified documents. Damn. that the classified document was finally released. He noticed the topic was actually sticky and concluded nothing means anything anymore. It's really because of given. Really acted like there was a converter that would convert from one game to another, only he was going to redo all the maps. Hardly anyone can remember what the community was like before it was single-handedly ruined. The Lord be with you. Well, as of February 8th, 2017, admin 1 of any effects is officially going off stats. Please get a new computer. Alright. Jeez. They could have killed me with splash damage. And on and on and on it goes. Jeez. Is there a Trumpernaut over there? Yeah. Give me a fucking break. I like that Trump's just sitting there. Alright, we're out of here. Again, with just random babbling check about final online gaming, you're shot. I think you off stats. Minotaur. Smelly ape and leave out of distinction retardation is not fun. It will be impossible to think of sound stupid. This is a ramble on the triple I chose mask. We not diluted. Yours, I don't talk to Lance Torvalds' personality. Relax, no existing clouds have now much in our life. Ploughed. The nice guy wrote without typos. You find it was to read between users with everyone off work. Took much more optimized daily goals been made. This is to your cause, and the triple A cannot make real critique in order. PX or more often than not trying to use C. Two back is to all the fun part because I wish my opinions hidden. People can't type of shit on the converted. I'm just going to have to make a video game Carnage blood pimping. I doubt itself. Cat a BBC and injecting himself with the server. I don't know what deserve anything like a good old days army, not fourth thine hand. Just because for all OPC, I hope the British committee from which nothing comes in, and again, but not sure what that does that. I barely missed a part. The wait continues for the marathon ever. Good thing we've gotten in the marina into a good into a message. I don't know this site are restored currently, but he looked under the man parts. He knows how much outside they cash and order they took the story. I think is too. Okay, 231 and comparable Eve. I'm done for the day. Sorry that this wasn't as good of a performance as usual, but we made 8 levels. And next time on Mararthon Yuge, we will be assisted by hunters. Until then, thanks again for watching. I look forward to sharing more Mararthon Yuge with you. Alright, bye.